Imo Guba, Uzodinma joins obedient movement extols group. Can you imagine? Uzodinma is joining obedience. From where to where? How did it happen? Okay, that was how they brought out some group last week saying that they are obedient supporting Uzodinma's move to go for second tenure as governor of Imo State. Now he's joining obedience movement. A lie. These are people that must have been paid. They are not genuine obedient. They are not patriotic obedience. That is the truth. Every patriotic obedient will not identify with APC anywhere in the world. Not talk of the person of Hope Uzodinma. No, I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. Okay, so let's dive into the details and see how Uzodinma joined the obedience movement. Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State has shocked not a few Nigerians when he sang the praises of the obedient movement, okay, who are supporters of Mr. Peter Obi, a presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP. The APC governor, who is gunning for re-election in November 11 poll in the state, in what people see as desperation and apparently seeking to win support of the group, described obedience as patriotic. Uzodinma has come under increasing pressure by the groundswell support trailing the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate Senator Atan Neji Achonu. Okay, despite all alleged attempts by the state government to cage him. So that may be the reason the governor, who had derided the group in the past, appeared in a video now trending on social media praising the obedient, speaking to a group of an alleged Imo youth obedient movement, which reportedly endorsed him for a second term. Uzodinma made a bold face from his earlier stance and stated, obedient movement is a patriotic movement. Obedient movement is not about any political party. Obedient movement is about good leadership. Obedient movement is about the future and interest of Nigeria. The governor reportedly uploaded the video clip of his alleged endorsement of his on his Facebook page, promising to identify with the youth wholly and entirely. Oh, the fear of the obedience is the beginning of wisdom. The obedience have done something in Imo, and they need to sustain it. Uzodinma is a saboteur. Uzodinma is an Akan. He's looking for a way to get that vote, and then he will show his color again. He needs to give account of the youths and the people of Imo that were killed under the leadership of Uzodinma. That is the truth. You need to give account of their lives. Okay, so he said, I assure you that I will join hands with you in driving home the realization of your aspiration to bring an Imo state that will recognize the youth population, an Imo state that will have a clear-cut direction, an Imo state that will have a development plan. The strength of Imo youth becomes the strength of the Imo state. However, many believe that the governor's statement is actually an endorsement of Achonu, who is the flag bearer of the Labour Party and leader of the obedient movement in Imo State. Uzodinma has thus acknowledged that the Labour Party and its candidate is about, which is the exact opposite one to Tobechukwu Anselm, a man, Labour Party youth in the Imo State said. So by so doing, Indimo have to realize that the man has been deceiving them all along and tell him enough is enough. Now that Providence has forced him to confess, the people should troop out en masse on November 11 to vote him out. Exactly. So Hope Uzodinma officially has campaigned for obedient movement in Imo State. That is it. Saying every good thing about Imo and identifying with the people of Labour Party means that Uzodinma has endorsed Labour Party to take over from him. That is it. And that is exactly the way I see all of these statements made by Uzodinma praising Labour Party, praising the obedient movement in Imo State. Wow. So he has finally approved. That is it. He thought that these people will vote him. He needs to give account of people that has died or that have died under his leadership as governor of Imo State. all the IPOB members, all the ESN members, and all the Biafrans that have been killed. Even innocent people who are not even involved in any form of violence have been killed by soldiers under his nose. So he needs to give account of that. That is the truth. This is exactly what happened in Kaduna South under the leadership of Governor El-Rufai. So he needs to give account of all the people that have been wasted under his leadership. That is it. So let's see, there are a few comments here. Somebody saying, Uzodinma rallies on writing results from the hotels, okay, for INEC to announce. Nobody wants a Supreme Court governor to continue causing unrest in Imo State. Enemy within, that is what he is. I pray unknown government kill anyone or family planning to support this infamous and inglorious governor. Okay, it will start with your family. Tribal politics is a trademark of Igbos. Not really, but the few people of Imo State hate Uzodinma. That is it. Someone say, run, obedience, run, Abi. All obedience will run from Uzodinma. The guy is a green snake in a green grass. It's a chameleon. He's going to be very dangerous. They should run. Let's come out and vote him out. Exactly. He needs to be voted out completely. Uzodinma is fully on the ground for his second term. Propaganda cannot make the tiny noisemakers in the opposition. Can you imagine? Cannot make the tiny noisemakers in the opposition party to win vote in the state. I know that he's going to use power of incumbency, but we'll see how that works. This is a state and not a nation. So I say, my brother, you are wise. Uzodinma is an enemy. Everyone should be careful with him and his statement. He's not to be trusted. Uzodinma is not to be trusted. He's a hopeless hope. Inglorious governors of zoo extraction. Out of desperation to win re-election, knowing fully well that he has never won an election before. Now, wow. APC must have been strategizing on how they will try to use Supreme Court technicality to put him there again. They must have promised him, but it's not going to work for him this time, I tell you. Hope Uzodinma can never win fairly in Imo State governorship election, but the devil called All Progressive Congress and his evil partner in INEC has a way to manipulate election results to their advantage. The God we serve is greater and bigger than them, and the will of God shall prevail in the forthcoming November 11th election. Amen. So that is what they're saying. Imo State that cannot create job, employment, okay? Employment and enabling environment for their youth. Rather, you will take them to Europe for employment. What is the aspiration of Imo people? Uzodinma is a desperate ask lot. I'll be here. He said he would take Imo people, about 5,000 or 500 of them to Europe for work, that Europe will employ them. How is he going to do that? Sometimes when they're talking, they don't know that people are listening. They don't know that people are watching what they say. So now he is trying to identify with the Labour Party in order to be voted in. Go work. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.